I'm John Bennett, Roll Call's White House correspondent. Later this week, President Trump will hit a milestone in his presidency, just like all new presidents do. He will pass his 100th day in office. This is something of a Washington and media creation, the idea of a honeymoon period for a new president. The 100th day has now become kind of an opportunity for the media, for Congress, and for those who watch the White House closely to kind of issue a report card on how the president's doing. And we wanted to take an opportunity today to kind of give you 3 things to look for as the president nears this milestone. Number 1, can Congress hand this president his first signature legislative victory? They'll have a chance this week, even though it's debatable about whether one of the items, a funding bill for the rest of fiscal year 2017, which would avert a government shutdown on Friday night. Some people say that would not necessarily be a victory if they get something to the president's desk and he signs it before funding runs out. Some people, some experts on both sides, from both parties, say that would merely be Congress and the president doing what they're both supposed to do. The other thing is the possibility that the House would hand him a small victory, but a victory nonetheless, by passing on the second try a bill to repeal and replace President Obama's 2010 healthcare law. The White House late last week posturing really, really hard that they don't necessarily want it this week. They don't need it before the 100th day. They want to get it right. They want to get the votes, and they want to get something the Senate can then take, mold, and send back to the House. Keep an eye on that. Number 2, what will the White House sales pitch be this week on the 100 days accomplishments? Last week, in a speech in Wisconsin, the president said no administration in the history of the United States has had such a successful first 100 days.
No administration has accomplished more in the first 90 days. That includes on military, on the border, on trade, on regulation, on law enforcement.
His critics, especially Democratic lawmakers, beg to differ. What will the president and his team trot out? We know they're going to talk about the Congressional Review Act. They've undone, 13 major Obama-era regulations. They're going to talk about the strike in Syria. And they are going to, and very understandably, talking about seating a Supreme Court justice, which is a very big deal for any president at any point in his presidency. And doing it in the first 100 days, the White House will have a point on this, is a big accomplishment. Number 3, as always, keep an eye on the president's Twitter account, but especially during a week like this week when he will be in full sales mode. He'll also, as he was on Friday, likely at times be defensive about this 100 days report card. He tweeted that the very notion of this 100 days and judging a president is ridiculous. He lashed out at the media Friday. I would expect more of that this week, but expect the president to aggressively use Twitter, which is still his favorite way to communicate with his supporters, to make that sales pitch that he has been successful. So look for not only a White House PR blitz, but also I would expect a Donald Trump Twitter blitz.